Today I thought that I would talk a little bit about what kids need. Because many people ask me, because I talk so much about it, like children's needs and children's needs. So what are children's needs? Well, they're the same as your needs. We're human beings and we all have the same basic needs of connection, acceptance, feeling understood, heard, listened to, supported, freedom, pleasure, to be able to make your own decisions, autonomy, independence. Kids have exactly the same needs as we do. And I think it's very obvious, but that's how I see kids, that from the moment they're born, it is a process of becoming independent and autonomous beings that they enter. From the moment they start grabbing an object and they turn around and they start to sit and crawl and stand up and walk, everything that they're doing is really heading towards more autonomy, more independence, because their programming needs that. They need to become capable adults, right? So in order to be capable, they need to be autonomous and they need to be independent and to be free. And so I see kids through this lens. I don't see kids throwing fits or kids being misbehaving or disobeying. I see kids that are trying to satisfy their needs. And so what I do observe many times is that as parents, we also have needs, obviously. And I'd say that like the main need that we have is to guarantee that our kids will grow up and be healthy and capable human beings. And so everything that we do related to our kids is really motivated by trying to guarantee our kids' future of survival, right? And I think that the problem is that many times we don't take into consideration that we have this need. We don't even recognize this need. And that makes our need collide with kids' needs. And so what I really see is that, for instance, in the school system, we are not really trying to satisfy kids' needs. We don't accept them for who they are. We don't listen to them. We don't let them make their own choices and make their decisions. We don't foster creativity and initiative taking or autonomy and independence. We don't do anything of that in the school system. So the school system goes really very much against what kids need, and I am sure that that is why kids rebel in the school system. They can either become very passive and kind of interiorize their huge need for autonomy and independence and kind of just accept that this is what it is, or they get very rebellious. They get rebellious because they are not okay with the way things are, and they demand more. And when we as adults don't get this, when we just think that we know better than the kid, then our different needs will collide, and we will develop these different strategies in order to satisfy our own needs. So for an adult, for instance, that could be a lot of coercion, a lot of imposition, a lot of control, a lot of trying to make the kids see that by behaving in a certain way or by doing these things that the kid hates, he or she will be a capable adult. But I think that since most parents aren't really aware of this, or at least to me they don't seem very aware, they aren't really supporting what would most help the kids, what would be most beneficial for them as human beings. And that is what I focus on. Basically, that's my work. That's what I do in Latin America. That is what is pushing me in Sweden to produce videos and write, because I think that kids should be treated with the same respect as adults. And the only way we can do that is by being extremely conscious of what our real needs are, what it is that motivates us, what is pushing us as adults, and see that maybe what we're doing is actually counterproductive to what the kid really needs in order to develop as a healthy human being. And so, these are things that I do. These are things that I love, creating spaces for discussion and reflection. And this is what we do in my workshop, My Child and Me, in Bornholm in March 2020, and also in Stockholm, called Mitt Barns Bästa, in March as well. Just to create more consciousness so that you as a parent can become the parent that your child really needs. That's all for today.